I got the call on the Monday morning to say the building's gone up. It's our only one. We need to can you come out? And it was a twisted mess of molten metal and ash. It's the eeriest thing going, because I spent all day on site, and I drove home and all I could smell in my car was smoke. It had just gone into my clothes, and the building went up, but all the company vehicles at the far end of the car park, the fronts of them had melted because of the heat transference from the building. So you had to claim onto the motor fleet as well as the property and this sort of thing. And then when we were allowed into the office, it's the eeriest thing going because all the walls and the desks are just black. It's as though someone's gone in with a spray gun of black paint and just sprayed everything black from the soot. I remember one guy being very worried that he'd left his passport in a drawer in his desk in the office. And when he was finally allowed in, he went to that drawer, opened it up, and bizarrely the passport was okay. But it was a total devastating loss that ultimately resulted in a £5.3 million claim. And that was paid. And that was based around policies which I had put in place. And by having those what-if conversations about the client, and they don't want to spend money on insurances because in their eyes it's never going to happen, but of course it does happen. And part of our skill is to not depress them to the point where they're just so fed up with it, but to put it across to them that this can happen, and to buy this extra cover and put that in place so that when or if that day comes along, the cover's in place. So for me, I think the biggest satisfaction of that is to see such a devastating loss and to realise that the policies that you had put in place and advised on and amended and introduced throughout the years leading up to that were a key or major part in that business surviving. And that business did survive, and all those jobs and employees still have jobs there. I think they made one person redundant out of the entire workforce as a result, because the business and the insurances kept it going. And that's what we're in this industry for. That's our sole purpose. So when that happens and it works, then that's what gives you the joy, I suppose.